Welcome to this latest update from the Byseee School and Community Project in Freetown, Sierra Leone, which is supported by Catholic Women Speak. Yema joined us in Rome in October 2018 when Catholic Women Speak had an international symposium to launch our book, Visions and Vocations. And here are some photos of Yema in Rome. She took part in a panel discussion during the symposium in which she explained the situation in Sierra Leone and described her commitment and passion for restoring to traumatized children, especially girls, a sense of dignity after the experiences of war and poverty that have afflicted Sierra Leone in the last 2 decades. I've included a short extract from Yema's talk in the next slide, which you might like to watch.
I come from Sierra Leone, Freetown, West Africa, and I'm in administration in a school dealing with children at the age of 3 to 12. And after the war, we endeavored to give these children quality education because during the war, our education was crumbled. For 10 years, you could imagine we didn't get education. So now we are embarked on it, and especially for the marginalized, the underprivileged, and the girl child children. Because my country had this war, and they targeted the Catholic women and the girls. These women and girls, they were kidnapped, taken to the bush, and taken as wives and sex objects to the rebels and the soldiers who went to help us from various parts of the world. But then the Catholic Church was very much instrumental towards the end of the war. The Catholic women stood on their own to challenge the rebels, to release these kidnapped girls, to release them as wives, as their sex objects. So they asked them to stop the war and to bring out these girls so that they can again regain their human dignity. So the church was instrumental in the women. The women took that from themselves. And in Sierra Leone, we really have a rich culture. But then this same culture is saying girls should not be sent to school. They don't see it very important to send these girls to school. They are the least to be sent to school. They say their place is in the kitchen. Even in churches, we don't take positions. We don't take authority in the church. We are just there. They don't see us. But then when it comes to doing all the, maybe the dirty works, cleaning around the church, we are there. But we should not be heard. Our voices should not be heard. And so they don't see, they don't give the girls, the women, these educational opportunities at all. There's this culture of silence even, which if, like, girls are raped, you don't talk about it. It's silence. When the family tries to say it out or take police action, is that you are destroying the culture. So consequently, these girls and these women, they become dropouts. If they manage to go to school again, they become dropouts, and they become vulnerable to these sexual abuses, which nobody is ready to talk about. So they end up with early marriages and these unwanted pregnancies, and they are forced to carry these children around. So who will speak for these women in our country? There's this culture of silence. Few of us that are educated when we managed to talk, the church does not want us. Me, as ex-religious, the church never accepted me. So I'm just working with these children under 3 to 12, giving them this education to regain their human dignity again, so that they will be self-reliant and not depend on these people who are abusing them sexually. So from my experience, I say, there's this African proverb that says, if you educate a boy, you are educating an individual. But if you educate a girl, you are educating the nation. So that's